Hello, everybody. It is the American Doofus Show. I'm your host, Barry Welsh. Don't be a doofus. If you want to contact me, you can email americandoofus@gmail.com or go to Facebook, American Doofus, and message me there. I want to do a quick shout out to Bishop Brown in Jamaica, and also a quick shout out to the Dominican Republic. We have gone international. We haven't made it across the Atlantic Ocean to Europe yet, or across the Pacific Ocean to Asia yet, but we're outside the boundaries of the United States, and I'm humbled and blessed, and I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. And we've got a great episode coming up. We are joined by Tony Two Guns. He was with us before last Saturday, and thank you for coming back on, Two Guns. We appreciate your time. Tony is an example of actually protecting and serving. He's part of a militia based in Louisville, and he also does some work with the homeless. Let's start out by talking about the work you're doing with the homeless.
Okay, basically, I have going on a homeless campaign of feeding and providing essential items for the homeless. We all see them around our community, sleeping on the park bench. You may see them walking up the street. And it sickens me that when I'm out at some of these protests, like Saturday, I was at the protest, and a homeless guy, he wanted to walk with the protest. The problem was the guy's hungry, so his stomach hurt and his head hurt. And that kind of pissed me off, that this guy wants to support and he can't, because basically he doesn't have the energy to do so. So within the last week, I've tried to put together a campaign where we provide meals and essential items for the homeless: toothpaste, toothbrushes, socks, canned food if you have it around the house. What I will not do is drop my cash out now. I don't want any money from anyone. I basically want people to go out, spend what you have, if you have it, and provide for the homeless in your community, because it starts with your people and your community. So,
okay. Is there a contact point? Is there somewhere that people can bring goods and essential items?
Basically, get the stuff and go give it out yourself. Take a picture of it, take a video of it, post it on every social media account you have, and hopefully it spreads. And shit, man, there's a solution to some of the problems we have going on right there. You know what I'm saying? I won't ask you to buy a T-shirt. I won't ask you to put money in my cash app. I won't ask you to buy socks or any type of thing that promotes what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I want people to do this on their own time and their own will, man.
It's a shame that we live in the greatest country in the world, or it was the greatest country in the world, and yet there are so many people that don't have basics, and a lot of them are veterans. A lot of them have emotional issues from post-traumatic stress and things like that, and we let them go by the wayside, and that's a damn shame.
It's a damn shame. I agree.
Okay, let's get into Saturday. How did your Saturday start?
Basically, it started off as any other protest security job. Showed up, got dressed, found out exactly what we were going to be doing, plotted our route, and started watching the live streamer feed. That gives us a lot of information that a lot of people don't give us, is these live streamers. So. Yeah, basically that happened. We got word that the Angry Vikings did make it to Louisville and that they were at Cox Park. The outcome with them was to be expected. You come to oppose a force that's here for Breonna Taylor and the support of Black people, and try to clean it up with the fact that you want to protect law enforcement. When the truth was, you came downtown and was ran away by every armed protester downtown. So basically the police had your ass, But anyway, we have a beautiful city. Thanks for coming out and, looking at our city, because that's all you basically did. Uh, After that, we headed down to Churchill Downs. We wanted to see what was going on over there. They had a thing going on at South Central Park. We stayed and secured that scene for a little while, very peacefully. The march started. We marched through the neighborhood, you know, towards Churchill Downs, and that's when things kind of started getting kind of weird, I should say. You know, we
How
marched
so?
around Downs, and upon getting there, we see Infect. I don't know how long them guys have been there. They have been there for a while. Um, you know, basically the people was expecting some sort of solution or resolution to what Jay has said the last time he was here, which we're gonna burn this shit down. You know, basically what he did is he just pissed off two groups of people. He pissed off people that love this city and want to protect this city, and then he pissed off the people that he promised that he would do something if nothing was done with the time frame that he had given Kentucky. You know, it's a shame that so many support, in fact, but honestly, being out there and being closer to the guys and seeing exactly how they operate, I seen a lot of distrust within his supporters. You know, like they didn't want anyone near them. They felt closed in. I don't understand how you feel threatened with supporters that's there for you. You know, I heard that he said he felt sandwiched in between the police. He was sandwiched in between the police and other
Protest.
armed, yeah, other armed groups, which was fairly right. But you're not boxed in when you have supporters that's backing you. We wasn't there to, you know, anybody wasn't there. Any armed group wasn't there to hate the impact or diss the impact. You know what I'm saying? We glad a force came to finally help with the situations that need to be helped. You gave the people hope, and the people looked upon that hope and looked for you to come back with a solution. And I just seen a bunch of hate towards some of the other groups, and that just concerned me a lot. You know, I watched the guy try to get up to the group to kind of get pictures with some of the guys, which is a security compromise. We don't do that. We don't take pictures. I understand that. But to surround the guy fully armed, 20, 30 people around one person screaming for him to get the fuck away is not how you create a good relationship with the community that you're trying to fight for. You understand?
Yes, I do. I understand. And that's why I wanted to have you on, because you're the emotions, the thoughts, the feelings that you've had towards what happened Saturday. You're not alone. I've heard it from a lot of people, and that's really, you know, one of the prime reasons I wanted you to come on and talk about it.
Yes, sir.
So after NFAC basically withdrew back to the park and left all of you at right there in front of Churchill Downs, right across the street from the front stretch. It seemed like the protesters kind of took over the area where NFAC was.
I wouldn't really say take over as much as just come out to support.
Okay.
You know, if you as a militiaman, if you're worried about your security being compromised, you don't place your troops in a position to where everybody could be around them. You understand?
Right.
I mean, especially when you come to an event like the protest at Churchill Downs, you gotta expect hundreds of people to show out to see you guys. You know, I found it crazy that he had such a problem with feeling like he was being overran by supporters and that his security was compromised when half the group parked their damn cars in the same parking lot that I parked my car in. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like I say, I stand with Impact. I support them 100% on what they're trying to do. Their agenda, I don't know. But the message that he's relaying now, I can go with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in total agreement with you. I think that the NFAC provides a focus of power within the Black community that is needed, and also that it's young. It's only been going on for a couple of months, and Grandmaster Jay, in my opinion, he's trying to wear a lot of hats. He's trying to be a religious leader, a political leader, a military leader, an organizer, and possibly it's grown so much that he can't wear all those hats. I'm sure he was. I've said it before. I'm sure he was under a tremendous amount of pressure on Saturday.
Yeah, I could understand that, and I would be also if I had made promises to a city, and basically didn't deliver. Uh, Nobody was asking Jay to come burn the city down.
Right.
Nobody wanted damage to the city at church shutdowns. Basically, we thought that this guy had a plan in order for when they came down here on who they were going to talk to, where they were going to be, who was going to be there with them, and how they was going to relay the message to the masses. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I could have gathered up a bunch of armed civilians and marched around the damn Churchill Downs. You know, um, thank you for coming out. Like once again, but right now the people of Louisville, Kentucky needs no more promises. They need solutions. I fear the repercussions if this officer doesn't get gets charged with murder. You know what I'm saying? I fear the repercussions because if all of this is going on and this cop hasn't even been tried yet, imagine what it's going to be like when the verdict comes down as not guilty. So
Yeah, the last live I did, was titled "Louisville's Not Over. It hasn't even started yet," because I really fear. I fear first of all that there are not going to be any charges brought at all against the officers, and one reason I say that is an observation of a Blue Lives Matter rally. You mentioned the live streamers. I talk about them a lot. I try to get to highlight what they are doing and direct people to their various streams. And Jason Downey and Riot Heart were both across the street from this Blue Lives Matter rally, and they had all three of those police officers at the rally honoring them. And to me, that's not a signal that there's going to be anything done legally, and that terrifies me. Are you familiar with the United Pharaohs Guard?
Oh yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, a member of the United Pharaohs Guard reached out to me Saturday morning and said, come on down to the front lines. We got your back. And I didn't get it in time to get down there. And he said, next time. And I said, I'm going to take you up on it because there will be a next time. And that's when it's actually going to be big. And so shout out to the United Pharaohs Guard who
good guys.
protecting protesters.
Good guys. Really good guys. They I can't say the Guard has been out there almost every day since it started. So there's a bunch of great guys, man. A bunch of great guys.
Yeah. I just wanted to, and then I also wanted to bring up what I thought was going to happen. Okay, I thought it was all coordinated. I was under the impression that everything was coordinated, like you said, that Jay would talk to this person, that person, and here's what we're going to do. And that's what I thought as I was watching it unfold. That's what I personally thought was happening. I thought the NFAC were where they were, which for those that don't know the positioning of the track, they were basically across the street from the front stretch of the track. I thought the protest group was going to go around behind and occupy the back stretch of the track and make sure the Derby did not happen. And it was a coordinated effort that the NFAC was going to be a distraction and the protesters would actually occupy the track on the back stretch and keep the Derby from running.
Yeah. I would like to say they did put a little dent in their pockets. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you keep, the Churchill Downs from being Churchill Downs, you're definitely hitting somebody in the pockets big time. Uh, but yeah, I definitely just feel like more could have been done. You know, I feel like we have a better chance if more of the locals in Louisville, Kentucky would come together instead of letting outside forces come in. You're more than welcome as an ally to come help us fight this fight, and we'll come to your hometown and be an ally and help you fight your fight. But it starts with community, man. We can't have NFAC come, and we can't have the Angry Vikings come and get shit in order in our city.
Right. Exactly right. And plus both groups are not local. You know, it's like when that announcement happens, it's going to be boots on the ground from Louisville, because they're not going to have time. NFAC's not going to have time to get back to Louisville when the shit hits the fan.
Exactly.
Angry Vikings not going to have time. The
Exactly.
people of Louisville are, and they need to start now. You and all of us that care about peace, equality, and justice need to realize that when the shit hits the fan in Louisville, it's going to be people that are close enough to be able to get there.
Exactly. It's gonna be the locals, man. It's gonna be, it's gonna be people that's right here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who puts the call out for Jay and these other militias to pop up, because honestly, there were there were there was another large group there that was not the Angry Vikings, and they were not the Three Percenters, and they were not Black Lives Matter. I'm not familiar with these guys. I recognize some of the patches, not all of them. Most of them were new to me. So just things like that concern me, you know what I'm saying? Because it just lets me know that it's a lot of attention on the city right now, and some for good and some for the bad reasons. Some people just want all out fucking boogaloo to happen, and everybody just, go
Yeah,
all
I
out.
know.
I feel like if you're that type of person that is more looking for the war aspect and the battle aspect of this protest and what people are trying to accomplish here, you guys need to take your ass out in the desert in Arizona and just duke it out. So
Right on.
here, man, we need community help, local help. Outside factions are welcome. If you're here for the right cause, don't come out to back Blue Lives Matter, because I'm gonna tell you something. If you come out to back the police, you're gonna be a threat to most of the protesters here. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it like that, but it's the truth.
It is the truth. And Maxwell Mitchell, you mentioned live streamers. Maxwell Mitchell, I love all the Louisville live streamers. Maxwell, Jason Reinhart, Tara Bassett, Shay K, Summer, Antonio T. Wade. But Maxwell, in my opinion, stopped a bloodbath on Saturday by going up to the Angry Viking and saying, I don't know if you realize this, but you are coming across in an oppressive fashion and as an oppressor. And before you speak, have that in your head, what you're going to tell these people, because you're coming to people, you're not coming to Black Lives Matter. You're not coming to NFAC. You're coming to Louisville's Miss Rosie and the chefs and the people that are down there, both Chris's, the people that are down there every single day. And
Right.
And by chanting Blue Lives Matter, it makes you look like you are heartless and you have absolutely no idea what was going on. And I think that might have been the case. They didn't realize, the Angry Viking group didn't realize what was going on until they marched right in the middle of it.
I don't think he expected to. I don't know what the guy expected when he came down here. You can't do that. Like I said in our last interview, that InFact here is looked at as a welcoming force.
Right.
People love InFact here. People love something that's Black owned and Black original. You know what I'm saying?
And they should.
And you come down to oppose them for Breonna Taylor and try to clean it up with we're here to protect the police. No, you can't come in. It's what the military term for it is. I forgot, but shit. Basically, relationship with your community is the most important thing than bringing firearms down to protect your community. If you have the people to back you, man, you have nothing to worry about. If you come into another dog's backyard trying to eat his dog food, he's gonna fuck you up. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So yeah, I wish the best of luck for the guy. All those people that bought T-shirts, I really don't understand what it was for. Maybe it was for them to get down here. Uh, I don't know, but I just ask that people kind of look deeper than what they see on TV. You know what I'm saying? And if possible, get down there and experience it for yourself. And I promise you, you'll have a whole nother outlook on how everything is going.
It's I've been down to the square twice, and I'm going to go back. I may even go back this Friday or this Saturday, just because, just to get touch base with people and get them on the show. And it there's an incredible vibe in that square, and Louisville's such a beautiful city. From the river, from the river area all the way to downtown, the architecture, the it's not tore up. It's not now.
And it's not hateful down there.
No.
It gets crazy because of the things that happens down there, but it's not hateful down there, man. People will tell you they love you, white, black, purple, green, Spanish, Chinese. It don't matter who you are. You know what I'm saying? As long as you there in support, you're a friend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're welcome.
And somebody that looks like me walks up, justifiably so, I'm automatically suspect until they find out I'm there for the right reason. And once they find out I'm there for the right reason, I'm totally welcomed.
And that's not right. I'm a big person of judging people by their character and seeing them how I view them in person. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're white and you're at the square, it shouldn't be a problem. Which sometimes it is because.
Well, and plus I'm not that well known.
And there's like a lot of guys that come down there. I hate to say it, but it's just the honest to God truth. They're dressed wrong. You know what I'm saying? The Boogaloo Boys have a specific way they dress. The 3%ers have a specific way they dress. You know what I'm saying? And when people see that, when they see a white man with his shirt tucked in and a police armor cap on or whatever, the first thing they relate to is 3%ers or, oh, this is a Blue Lives Matter guy. You know what I'm saying? Even though he might just be there to bring his kids to see the memorial of Breonna Taylor.
Beautiful memorial.
It is beautiful. It's definitely like that down there. But man, honestly, like I said, if you're there for the right reason, if you're there to support, then you're welcome. If you come there to oppose them, you may run into some trouble, but this is a free country and you're more than welcome to do so. I wouldn't personally do it myself, but you're more than welcome to. People are more than welcome to come down there and speak their mind because this is a free country. But
I came in carrying a couple of cases of water and gave a monetary donation, and not just because it's the right thing to do, not to get access or anything.
Right.
And I wish anybody that's in the area that hadn't been to downtown Louisville for a while, go and check it out. The memorials are beautiful. They've got the people have planted vegetables and flowers and
there's food, there's drinks, there's things for the kids to see, there's things for the kids to do. They're trying to keep it. And shout out to Miss Rosie, because she is a big part of why it stays peaceful down there a lot of the time. You know what I'm saying? She's another person that's been down there since day one, so it's good people down there. And there might be some troublemakers that come down there every now and then, but the guard usually makes sure they get those guys up out, you know what I'm saying? So it's pretty good, man. I just wish this whole thing would come to a head of what's gonna happen with this officer, because if they take care of that situation, then maybe some of the other situations that's spawning from the Breonna shooting could quell themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you just got to pray on it, man. You just got to keep your faith in God and love your family, trust in community, and do the damn best you can and be a goddamn beast when you have to be a beast. You know what I mean? So,
I love you, man. I love your honesty. I love your take. I love your heart. And I love the fact that it's been put upon you to try to help the homeless. And again, basically, tell us again what your vision is.
basically, man, I see we can hashtag 2 gun effect when you do something good for the homeless. Hashtag 2 gun effect.
Two gun effect.
Possibly create a platform that people could come to. You know, if a homeless person needs housing, it might be somebody in Indiana that knows a friend that's doing housing for the homeless. You never know the people that it could reach and who it could help, man. So just know, don't send me no money. Don't look for me to send money. Go out, buy the shit, take pictures of it, take pictures of you doing your mission, and post it, man. That's it.
And if they take the stuff down to 6th and Jefferson, it will get into the hands of people with homeless outreach.
Take it to the square, man. Take canned goods, food, toilet paper, tissue, anything you can to the square, man. It would definitely get into the hands of the homeless. I guarantee it.
Man, thank you again so much. We're going to have you back on.
Definitely.
And I'll message you and let you know when I'm going to be in Louisville, and we can get together and share a Mountain Dew or something.
Yeah, man, I'll bring a beer.
All right, man. All right. Thank you. That's 2 Guns. It's the American Doofus Show. I'm your host, Barry Welsh. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. It's a dark world still. We made it through Louisville Saturday, September 5th, but Louisville hadn't started yet. All eyes, we're still watching what happens with the verdict on Breonna Taylor. It's the American Doofus Show. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share. Until next time, don't be a doofus.